would you say you support ICE?
Yeah, because they would get rid of these rapists and murderers that killed American women.
So are all of the immigrants that come into America rapists and killers?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so
let's get rid of these ones. You agree with that?
yeah.
Okay, so you support ICE removing them?
No. I support the condemnation, as you said, of a rapist. But, you know, there are white rapists, there are black rapists, there are
white immigrant rapists as well.
Okay, but again, there are rapists of different colors.
Why does the color matter when it comes to rape?
You just made it about you just made it.
No,
about
you did.
Color. No, you did. You said ICE.
You brought up white rapists.
Okay, because you said that immigrants rape, right? So white people
Not.
rape
I didn't say.
I'm gonna stop it right here because I really start to hate when I hear how us as black people we love to create something to make it a racial issue when it's not a racial issue at all. The lady literally specifically asked at the beginning of the video, do you think that ICE should get rid of the immigrants that are rapists and killers? Nothing about the Latino people or a black person or an Indian person or an African or a Haitian or a Dominican. Not no specific person, but an immigrant, someone that's not born in this country that has committed crime in this country. Should they be deported from this country? She agreed with that, but then she says no because she doesn't want ICE to take a part of it. Well, how else do you get them gone? She then went back and said something about what was the word she used? Condemnation, which I don't believe she was using the right word. I believe she actually wanted to use the word condemnation. But what is condemning them going to do? Well, let's find out what is the definition of condemnation. So I looked it up while I was listening. Condemnation is the expression of very strong disapproval, censor, or the act of judicially declaring someone guilty or something unfit for use. Now that's interesting because if you think about it, you know that's typically the type of things that we do to people when you get arrested, you serve your time, whatever that time may be, 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. Who knows what the penalty of the crime was? But you get that crime and you do that. And then we put you on this registry and you have to make sure that you check in for registration all these times and all this, that, and the third. Let me ask this question. Who do you think has to pay for those people to go through that whole process while they're in prison or while they're keep registering and doing whatever they're doing? Who do you think actually foots the bill for a lot of that? Ding, ding, ding. You see, you smarter than I thought. Us, the taxpayers, the people that pay the taxes. Who doesn't pay taxes in America? Or is there some grace for the taxes that they do pay in America? Ding, ding, ding. Hey, there you go. You on a roll. Of course, you got it right. Immigrants typically get a very big tax break. They don't have to worry about shit like that. What is America considered? God damn, well, I got a fucking crew of geniuses on this motherfucking panel with me. Hey, y'all some fucking geniuses. Hey, look. Yes, it's the land of the free. America, the land of the free. All right. So if you come to the land of the free from another place and you break the rules in that place, she thinks that we should just, tell you did a bad thing, give you a punishment, make you pay a fine if that's what it has to be. Sign up for this registry and make sure that you're here every 6 months to a year to update us on your address and all the particulars. And on certain times of the year, I need you to make sure you at this building right here because we don't need no more mishaps. Well, given the fact that we know that that's already an issue in its own, right? Like that's already a problem. That we already have issues with that amongst our own people, i.e. the people that she brought up, the whites and the blacks. That's already been an issue. Sometimes people don't register, you know, sometimes they reoffend, sometimes they just they just do what they do. They people, they be peopling. What justification is it going to be if you allowing people to come into your country that's a free country that gives you so many liberties, so many freedoms, more freedoms than you ever needed in your life, and we just give them a slap on the wrist? Hey, you good, you good. Don't worry about going back to your country, the shithole you came from. I know you don't want to go back to that shithole. You can stay here. We gonna pat you on the back this time. Well, I can't necessarily say I agree with that. However, I do believe that this is a school age girl. She might be in school, she might be in high school. I don't think she's old enough to even know what she's really talking about. But it is the same talking point that a lot of the older folks that do know what they supposed to know what they talking about, they say the same shit. So I guess we'll go ahead and keep on listening to see what other nonsense this lady has to say. I'm gonna currently go back a little bit because I want to make sure I don't miss anything in the context of conversation.
No, you did. You said
You brought up white rapists.
Okay, because you said that immigrants rape, right? So white people
Not,
rape
I didn't say immigrants.
Immigrants don't necessarily dictate any color because a person from Spain or let's not use Spain because that's a Latin country. Let's use Germany or Russia. We know those people tend to be white. Yeah, for the most part, they tend to be white folks. It's nothing racist about that. I can't be wrong with saying that, right? So typically, if a person from Russia or Poland or Italy or UK come over here, wouldn't they be a immigrant also? They could be white, right? I don't know why we keep on trying to justify this thing by saying that an immigrant has to be a black or a brown person. They don't have to be a black or a brown person. You realize that there's a whole nother continent full of white. There's another continent up here full of white. There's another continent over there full of white people where they can all immigrate to America. Now, the next part about that is that I am very interested in knowing, and I would like for somebody to give me some type of insight on this. I would say that she's a black girl in America, so that makes her a black American. Why does she care about what happens to the immigrants so much? Why do we as black people care so much about what happens to the immigrants? Because we're not immigrants. Why do we care? Is it wrong for me to say that we shouldn't care about what happens? Because I can very fondly remember a time when persecution was happening to the black and brown people, and the immigrants wasn't giving a fuck. I didn't see them protesting or marching in the streets. I didn't see them running up in churches or pulling people out of cars or setting the city on fire. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Actually, what I did see was them say, "Hey, that's not my business. That's not my business, homie. That's not my business. Hey, he good people, but that's not my business. I don't know nothing about." I just want to know why are we wanting to assert ourselves in other people's business, but then we want to talk about how we don't get treated pause. How we don't get treated justified. I guess that's the right word. Is that the right word? We don't get treated right. Let's just use that. Let's just use the good, easy term. We don't get treated right.
Rape. I said these immigrants raped.
So those immigrants raped. What about white people that raped?
What about them?
Are there no condemnations for them?
Absolutely. We're condemning rape as a whole, but if these people wouldn't have been able to enter under Biden's open border policies, these women would still be alive today.
Right. So what about the people who are coming to America for a better life because they were experienced similar situations where they came from?
Yeah, they can come here for a better.
Let me answer that first. I know you're gonna say your piece. I kind of was late for the trigger, but for the people that's coming over here for a better life and to do a better thing, I think those people actually got their shit documented. So we're not really concerned about them. The immigrant force, the ICE enforcement agency, they not stunting those people. Now, if they get caught up in the crosshairs, I mean, hey, sometimes it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like the same saying goes for whenever those folks say, "I got caught driving while black." Shit, nigga, you got caught without your documents at the wrong time, or you just got hit up in the sweep. You'll get released later on. They'll let you go. You got your documents. Everything will be all right. It's just a minor inconvenience for life. Something you got to go through. Something that we as black people should know all about. We should know all about the inconveniences of life. Sometimes you just got to deal with it. You got to roll with the punches and pray for a better day tomorrow. I digress, though.
Life, I'm all for legal immigration.
Legal immigration. Okay, so what about, okay, so our president here, his name is Trump. That's a pretty racist man.
How?
How?
Give me an example of his
Watch
racism.
the news.
Give me one example. Just give me one example.
Just watch the news, sweetheart. There are plenty of examples.
Watch the news, sweetheart. Give me one.
That's another talking point that a lot of people that don't really keep themselves informed about what's really going on always like to use the word that Trump is racist. And then she wants to just say, watch the news. Well, if we went by the news for everything, I think we would be very misinformed people, which, sorry to say, hey, my folks on fire. They on fire. They already said it. We are misinformed. We super misinformed because of what you just said. Let's just watch the news. I just remember they just had a thing, clickbait, talking about Trump posted Obama's as monkeys and apes. He didn't post them as monkeys and apes. He actually posted a whole nother video when the monkeys and the apes thing just so happened to be at the tail end. I don't ask me how that happened. I don't know. I can't speak for that man, but I can speak on the fact that, you know, the news will tell you something, and that thing will be the furthest thing from the right thing that you really wouldn't know what you even paying attention to if you only go by what the headlines say, or if you only listen to certain talking points and don't listen to the entire conversation, or if you only pay attention to this part but you ain't missed that whole bigger picture over on the other side of the world. It's just a lot that goes with that, and I just hate hearing that stupid rhetoric. Like, I don't think the man can be too racist. I mean, he had to get a lot of black votes, so I think he had to kiss a lot of black folks' ass to get that black vote. Let's just call it what it is. He went against a black woman. Let's keep it a bean, bro. Let's keep it a bean.
Example that he's racist.
Okay, Trump has flat out, flat with the racism.
How?
Comments, concerns.
What comments? Name one comment that he said that was racist.
Okay.
Because if he's racist, I want to know, because I don't want to support a racist.
So you support Trump?
I do, yeah. Can you tell me why he's racist?
She supports Trump.
So we've been sitting here for nearly
She's still trying to. While she doing all this theatrical shit, she working in her brain hard as hell trying to figure out, well, what can I say that he said that's racist? What can I say that he did that's racist? Come on, baby girl.
a minute now, and she has still yet to tell me one thing that Trump has said that's racist.
Okay, so if we're going to be quite honest, I couldn't give you a specific.
I know you can't.
Oh no, I'm not done speaking. I couldn't give you a specific because I don't pay attention to idiocy. And
oh, okay.
That's idiocy.
So if you're gonna.
And this is one of those things where we gotta actually pay attention to that. A lot of people that say have these talking points or feel the way they feel about ICE or feel the way they feel about Trump. A lot of time it's hearsay. I heard somebody say that he said, or I seen on this TikTok that he was doing this and he was wearing that tie on this day, and when that person got this, they did that, and it shows that he's racist. Well, wait, whoa. Have you actually taken the time to sit down and actually pay attention to what's going on for real? Like, have you actually taken the time to sit back and be like, okay, I know I didn't agree. I'll give you a great example right now. DEI or DEA or no, yeah, DEI. Yeah, I said it, DEI. Originally, it was for black people. Not gonna cap. No lies in that. However, who actually was eating off of DEI the most? It wasn't black folks. So when Trump came in and he said we gonna end DEI, I didn't look at it as a shot at a black person, because hey, at the end of the day, we got to look at what it really was. It was really putting white liberal people in positions that they should have never been in the first place. It was putting this good old boy in a position that he should have never been in the first place. Now, given the fact that in most cases, a black person that is in a position, they actually did work their ass off to get to that position, which I would have definitely commend those people that work their ass off to get to their position, opposed to being a DEI put into there. Like, oh, we're gonna hire you because you're a black woman. Wow, what's your qualifications? Are you qualified to do this? Oh, I'm gonna hire you because you're a black man. Wait, wow. Do he know what the hell he talking about? Do he know what we supposed to be doing in here? Why is he here? I think we need to do a little bit better before we start speaking out against people or start speaking negatively about people. We have to do a little bit better job of actually learning what the fuck we talking about before we talk about it. This is why I don't do reactions to things as soon as it comes out, because once you do a reaction to as soon as it comes out, you already going off of stuff that you don't know the full backstory to. It's other shit that's going on that you probably went out there and you said the wrong shit, and now you got to go back and backtrack what you said. This lady will have to go back and backtrack what she said, because there's nothing that Trump has done or said that would lead you to believe that he's racist, aside from a guy like Gavin Newsom, who said that he relates to black people because he got a 968 SAT score, and I can't read. Wait, what? Whoa. Huh? So you think black people can't read? Damn, that's kind of racist if you ask me. I ain't never heard Trump say nothing like that. But if you got an instance of that, if you got something like that, please drop it in my comments and let me know, because I've never seen it, never heard it.
Call someone racist, I think you should be able to prove it.
Watch the news.
Pull up a clip where he's racist. Go ahead.
Oh, great. I'm so glad you asked.
It must not have been racist enough to remember, because you have to look it up. How do you guys feel about ICE?
Oh, all of these people?
She probably gonna type in Trump racist. Is Trump racist? And it's gonna just pull up a whole bunch of clickbait.
Thumbs up for ICE, thumbs down.
People that are against ICE.
I'm asking people, what's wrong with asking people their opinion?
I didn't say anything.
Did you find the racist clip yet?
Wrong with that.
She gave up on looking for the racist clip.
Just said that there were people, majority of them here are against ICE.
How do you know that?
Because I know them.
Okay. Well, he supports ICE.
You support ICE? Which one? You? You support ICE? Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
What does ICE stand for?
Babe.
They are against it. They are against it, and they don't even know what it's for. They don't even know what it stands for.
So you don't support something that you don't even know what it stands for?
Oh, I didn't respond for a reason.
Can you tell me what it stands for?
No, we're gonna go back to the Trump racism.
Right, okay.
I think that we just need to do a better job as a community, especially as the black community, on speaking on certain things and holding certain positions in life. I remember in 2018 when we voted for Biden, and Biden told black folks that if you don't vote for me, then you're not black. I would say that would be one of the most racist things that I've ever heard. Out of the politician's mouth, straight out their mouth, like just straight out his mouth. Like, my boy, you went to a black radio show and said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. When did Joe Biden start revoking people's black cards? Help me make this make sense, please. I ain't never heard Trump say no crazy mess like that, though. But I know black folks hold on to that rhetoric that Trump is a racist. And I think it might just be because of the age and the era that he's from. But Trump also is from that age and that era, and he's at an age and era in his life where he really don't give a fuck what he say out his mouth. And if he feels a way, he's gonna say what the fuck he feels. And I ain't heard him say fuck black folks yet. I haven't heard him say that. However, I have heard him talk about the criminal activity that happens in certain communities. The black community, which I don't think that that's being racist. I think that's observing and being objective about what's actually going on. But hey, who am I to speak on that? I'll let you guys determine whether or not what she was saying is some facts, or was she just an idiot speaking talking head, taking talking points from everything she's heard in passing, because nothing I heard was factual. But it is what it is, you know. It's your boy Jay. It's just the facts, and we out.